Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, overnight we have kind of a mixed trade. In the beans, we're a little bit lower. There is a report out of China about an outbreak of bird flu that could actually reduce the demand for feed in China and reduce their imports of beans. We do note that October through April, Chinese imports of beans are down about 3 million metric tons from a year ago. Last year they shipped just a little bit over 59 million tons. And so the USDA is forecasting this year for them to import 63 million tons. So the data suggests that maybe the Chinese will not import as much as the USDA is suggesting. So those two factors are weighing on the soybeans. Wheat's up about 9 cents. It's trying to rebound from this week's reaction to the USDA corn numbers. Globally, wheat prices really didn't drop as much as the U.S. and so now we're actually competitive in the world as far as wheat demand is concerned. We're not hearing of any export demand, but it's causing a little bit of a short covering rally in the wheat market. Corn is kind of stuck in between. A couple of things. The market still doesn't know how to trade the USDA's numbers. They were so far away from the average guess. And we also note that there is some talk in the country that the big break in corn prices may actually have farmers switch intended corn planted acres to soybeans. So that might help the corn market long term if they don't plant as many acres. We did see some guesstimates technically. Reuters put out some numbers suggesting that the dollar may go higher, that gold and silver prices could go lower, that crude oil might be in a range between $90 and $100. We could actually see lower corn, soybean price action and actually a little bit higher wheat price action. So technically speaking, that kind of gives us some idea of what the technicians think the future holds for some of those markets. We also saw that world vegetable oil prices have weakened. Palm oil is a steep discount to soybean oil, and around the world it looks like the Chinese and the Indians have plenty of stocks that they're not in need to import, versus here in the United States with the blend credits we're using more soybean oil for a biofuel. From a weather standpoint, it still looks like next week's going to be wet across the Midwest. We'll see if that pattern continues and if it slows any spring work or if that's needed moisture for the ground to take in after last year's drought. Otherwise, around the world, there's not a lot of weather news that's impacting prices, but we soon will be trading U.S. weather as the major feature in the marketplace. So beans a little bit lower, wheat higher, and corn kind of stuck in the middle. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.